Hey everyone, it's you Wolf Boy here with a brand new series where I discuss TV shows. It'll be like that unscripted retrospective series where I talked about Sonic the Hedgehog TV shows, from Adventures of Sonic the Hedgehog to Sonic Prime to Knuckles on Paramount Plus. Today, we're going to talk about Creature Commandos, which is a Max original series and the official birth of James Gunn's DC Universe. Well, we're getting Superman in a couple weeks as of this video's upload. Creature Commandos was first announced in a video that James Gunn uploaded to the DC YouTube channel, where he talked about Chapter 1 Gods and Monsters of the new DC Universe. While we were currently, as of when that video was uploaded, it was uploaded in 2023, while we got the dying other DC Universe with Shazam! Fury of the Gods, The Flash, Blue Beetle, Aquaman and the Lost Kingdom. Creature Commandos is an animated series, and what I like about this particular series is how it's part of a much bigger DC universe. And the thing that's most interesting about animation is that characters move Damn it. Sorry. I don't always make unscripted retrospective videos. I haven't done so since Knuckles on Paramount Plus, so bear with me as I go through Creature Commandos. Anyway, the thing about animation in this universe is that characters move into animation, out of animation, usually having the same actor portray their voice as they play them in live action. And despite this series taking place in the proper DC universe, there were a couple projects from the other DC universe that were actually referenced in Creature Commandos and were technically considered canon. And they are 2021's The Suicide Squad and the first season of Peacemaker. We know the second season of Peacemaker is coming out in August, and that one takes place in the brand new DC universe, with appearances from Maxwell Lord, Hawkgirl, and Guy Gardner, played by Sean Gunn, Isabella Merced, and Nathan Fillion. So, yes, and I think I might make another video talking about the first season of Peacemaker, probably end of July as soon as I get home from Oregon, or probably as soon as I upload my review of 2021's The Suicide Squad. I don't know when that's going to be because I still have a few other DC, EU, or other DC Universe movies to get through. Next up is Aquaman on the list. And then we got Shazam, Birds of Prey, Wonder Woman 1984. And then it'll be The Suicide Squad. After the events of the first season of Peacemaker, which is technically part of the other DC Universe, Amanda Waller assembles a Black Ops team of monsters led by General Lick Flag! Sounds like an adult video maker. What the hell? Anyway, Rick Flag Sr., played by Frank Grillo, also known as Agent Rumlow from Captain America the Winter Soldier and Captain America Civil War. Frank Grillo also plays Rick Flag Sr. in Superman and Peacemaker Season 2. So, and he's played by, Frank Grillo, I already said that. In this series, he has white hair, but in live action, he doesn't have that. And I think there's a perfectly logical explanation why. Hopefully I can pull it up somewhere. Okay, so I know it's in the second season of Pacemaker somewhere. I'm looking at Wikipedia right now. Come on. Give me a minute here. I know, it's pretty difficult to find what I'm looking for. But yes, I think he was filming a different show at the time, and he didn't want to dye his hair white, so that's why he shows up as his normal self in Superman and also Peacemaker Season 2. And let's talk about the intro for Creature Commandos. It is one of the most unskippable intros I've ever seen in my entire life since either the first season of Peacemaker or Stranger Things. I mean, those intros are completely iconic, and I love how it introduces the cast members and the characters they voice. Like the Bride of Frankenstein, played by Indira Varma. She is one mean bitch who is not to be fucked with. And then G.I. Robot, who is a robot programmed to kill Nazis in World War II, and is the opposite of Steve Rogers. Do you want to kill Nazis? Is this a test? I don't want to kill anyone. I don't like bullies. I don't care where they're from. But G.I. Robot is the exact opposite. He will take out his guns, kill Nazis, leave them in a bloody mess since this is an adult animated show consisting of blood and fucks left and right. And also... Hang on. Excuse me. Also, Weasel, who returns from the Suicide Squad. The same exact Weasel from the Suicide Squad who couldn't swim and only appeared in the beginning and the end of the Suicide Squad. He returns in Creature Commandos, and his backstory is so damn tragic like you wouldn't believe. In the Suicide Squad, it said he ate a bunch of children, but in Creature Commandos, that's not the case at all. He tried to save the children, but the children ended up dead because of a fire due to some asshole. And then we have the great Alan Tudyk, who is pretty much Disney's go-to as of late for animated roles. He plays Dr. Phosphorus, who is some guy who is a metahuman with radioactive powers and will burn people alive and is on fire, and you can't tell if he's smiling or not. Then we have Zoe Chow as Nina Mazursky, who is a mutant, not like the X-Men mutants. She is only able to breathe underwater and forced to wear a containment suit on land. And I won't spoil what happens to her at the end, the final episode of Season 1, but it is one of the most heart-wrenching, heartbreaking scenes I've ever seen in my entire life. That entire episode was just a gut punch at that. Then we have David Harbour as Eric Frankenstein. And one running thing is how the Bride gets into fights with Frankenstein, saying, "Get the fuck away from me, bitch." And yes, this universe features the Amazons, who are the lore of Wonder Woman, and a rogue sorceress named Cersei, who just projects fears and bad futures in people's heads. And we see glimpses of Peacemaker, Superman, Hawkgirl, and a whole bunch of characters who have yet to be revealed in the new DCU. And there is a quick glimpse of Batman in one episode, which focuses on Dr. Phosphorus and how he came to be. We don't know who's playing Batman as of this video's upload, but it's not going to be Robert Pattinson. But it was pretty epic to see Batman in an episode of Creature Commandos. And we already know David Cornsweet is Superman. And we know that Viola Davis returns as Amanda Waller. Steve McGee returns as John Economos from the Suicide Squad and Peacemaker. And we have a bunch of other appearances. Clayface also makes an appearance in Creature Commandos. And Clayface is getting his own movie, and he's already been cast in the new DC universe. So, the person playing Clayface in the new DC universe is Tom Rise Harries, who I've never heard of, but has a bunch of interesting acting credits for film and television. In Creature Commandos, it's Alan Tudyk. So, not everybody voices a character in live action and animation at the same time. So, Clayface is played by somebody else rather than the one who voiced him in Creature Commandos. So, yes. Now, Clayface, I might either review on my channel as a Macaroni 76 film review, or do it a Sonic and Sonic review. I don't really know. Time will tell. Yeah, I'm thinking moving forward, I won't do a whole lot of Sonic and Sonic movie reviews. Just every now and then. Because I just have a whole ton of fun doing Macaroni 76 film reviews. I mean, I'm still gonna have Sonic and Sonic review Superman in a couple weeks, and Sonic the Hedgehog 4 in 2027. But anyway, Season 1 of Creature Commandos has 7 episodes. They're roughly 22 to a half hour long. The first 3 episodes you can watch on YouTube, while everything else is on Max, only to be turning back to HBO Max as of this summer, as mentioned in teasers for Peacemaker Season 2. Now, what I love about this show is the animation style, and the fact that it's adult animation, complete with blood and cursing. It's kind of like I'm watching Invincible, but it's not really Invincible. I've seen the first 3 seasons of Invincible, and it's peak animation television on Prime Video. Now, Invincible, I don't know if I'm going to make a video talking about that, or The Boys, or Hazbin Hotel, or Hell of a Boss. But if there is another television show you want me to cover, be it animation or live action, in a video like this, please let me know in the comments below. I'm open to suggestions. Now, what I love about this is that the voice performances were great, the animation was bright and colorful, and it feels like a classic James Gunn story brought to life, in the likes of Guardians of the Galaxy and the Suicide Squad. Yeah, I know, I'm reviewing Superman as Sonic and Sonic in a couple weeks with Gene Diddy 76 because she and I are seeing that movie together. So, the whole reason I wanted to make a video discussing Creature Commandos is to get ready to make way for Superman. So, every once in a while, I will probably make a TV discussions with David video. I don't know what shows I'm gonna cover, but time will tell. And again, I'm open to suggestions from the viewers, the subscribers, the audience. But Creature Commandos, I definitely recommend. The animation is bright and colorful. It is not for children because there's a whole lot of violence and a whole ton of cursing and a bunch of stuff that would not make it into the PG-13 Superman movie. So yes, it really opens the door for all kinds of storytelling for younger audiences and more mature audiences, like Creature Commandos and Peacemaker. I think Lanterns will be TV-14 and not TVMA, unlike most HBO series like The Penguin. Yeah, even though The Batman was PG-13, The Penguin is TVMA, hard R, a bunch of fucks, and it is not for kids. Now, The Penguin. I might make another video like this talking about The Penguin, but we might have to wait and see. I might have to do a full rewatch of The Penguin, now that I think about it. It's that good. Probably to get ready for the eventual sequel to The Batman with Robert Pattinson. But yes, it's all on Max, and it is definitely worth subscribing to Max for. You can subscribe to it for other reasons, like Game of Thrones, or Barry, or The Last of Us, or just watching your favorite movies, like Harry Potter, and the Minecraft movie, Sinners, and a whole bunch of other stuff. But Creature Commandos, I highly recommend. Please check it out. And if you have seen Creature Commandos, what did you think of it? Let me know in the comments below. You can talk about your spoiler-free thoughts, but please refrain from spoiling the series to others who have not seen it yet. So, with that said, that pretty much does it for this video. What are your thoughts? Do you like Creature Commandos? Would you recommend it to people? Well, I certainly recommend it. But what do you guys think? Let me know what you think of Creature Commandos in the comments below, and I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye!